Hi there, I'm Anna Bisak, and I am here talking with Janett Newell, who's going to tell us a bit more about her career. So, Janett, I'll have you start. Can you tell us what do you do for work?
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much. I am a client services manager with a company called Cartus.
Awesome. And can you tell us a bit more about what your job entails?
Certainly. Cartus is a global industry leader in the space of corporate relocation, and we help relocating employees and their families move either domestically or internationally. My role specifically is to lead a team of consultants who work directly with these relocating families. And we provide logistical support throughout the move, working with supplier partners in different areas of expertise.
Mhm.
My company supports many clients globally, but my team specifically supports a technology company based here in Seattle, Washington.
Mhm.
Now, for people who don't know what relocation is, I like to use a simplistic example. So if you imagine that you're sitting down to dinner with your family,
Mhm.
but it's a nice day outside, and you ultimately decide that you want to go eat on your back deck. To achieve that, you have to relocate yourself as well as your dinner plate, your utensils, your napkin, etc.
Mhm.
Imagine that on a much larger scale when somebody is moving from a city to a different country or possibly even to a different state.
Mhm.
To do that, you would have to take all of your belongings in your household. You would have to potentially take cars, pets, many other things, and move that from one location to another. And what my team does is help with the logistics of all of those moves.
That's great. Can you talk a little bit about your educational and career background and how you came into this kind of work?
Absolutely. I have a degree in business administration. It's specifically focused in the area of business management and marketing. And about 10 years ago, I decided that I wanted to make a move from the nonprofit space into a corporate space. And I specifically wanted to be able to manage people and work with a team of peers. So I took a opportunity with Cartus on their international consultant team. And
Mhm.
then after a couple of years of experience, I had the opportunity to move into a supervisory role, and then from there move into my current management role.
That's great. What are some of your favorite things about your work?
What I love the best is working with my team, helping them be the most successful in their respective roles, also developing them so that they can take next steps within their future career goals.
That's great. What are some of the most challenging things about your work?
Relocation itself is challenging. Every family that's going through a relocation is going to experience something different. They are going to have different needs and concerns. When you're talking about relocating from one country to another, then you run into the complexity of immigration requirements. You also sometimes can run into some restrictions within the client who is supporting this employee's move. Uh, limitations of their policies or their budget. And then, of course, timing is always challenging. Moving into this new role is usually something that needs to happen very quickly, but because of the complexity of moving the family and all of their belongings takes a little bit more time. Working through those challenges is difficult, but it also keeps things interesting.
Mhm. Great. Could you walk us through what a typical day might look like for you?
Absolutely. My days vary just based again on the needs of the client and the customer, but I do start every single day meeting for at least 30 minutes with my management peers.
Mhm.
It is cross-functional, so we meet with managers in our operations department, our account management department, and our accounting department. And we look at any urgent needs that are coming up from the customer base or the client base, certainly any challenges or concerns that are happening. I also do the same with my supervisors. I typically will do my connect with them on a weekly basis, although we'll meet more often as needs arise. And that really helps myself and my supervisors support our client through our consultant team and making sure that our consultants are understanding our current strategy for the week, but also tying up any loose ends the week prior. And then my day specifically is very email and meeting heavy. I'm looking at things like data analysis, specifically in predictive analysis, to try to anticipate future needs so that we can be proactive rather than reactive.
Great. What do you think would make someone a good fit for this kind of work?
The qualities that I look for in a consultant are agility, so the ability to think and understand quickly, collaboration, definitely being able to work with multiple people, with multiple suppliers, execution as well, so to carry out a plan or a course of action. And I would say at times, most importantly, empathy. Relocation, there's been many studies about relocation, and it's actually one of the top 3 most stressful things that somebody can go through in their lifetime. Having that empathy to understand that it is a lot of stress, not only within the family unit, but also for that particular employee who's trying to close down their current job, as well as make a connection and a rapport with their new team and understand the new responsibilities within their job.
Great. If a current middle or high school student is thinking this might be a career that they would like to continue exploring, is there anything you'd recommend that they do right now to explore that, like classes or volunteer work or projects or anything along those lines?
Certainly, yeah. Well, any corporation that is looking for talent that is not within their immediate vicinity is going to, if they're large enough, have their own department of relocation. If they're smaller, they would work with a company like mine. Or a combination of both. And I would search for terms such as relocation or global mobility. So opportunities at the supplier level in the areas of real estate, destination services, moving services. But to gain experience in general, I would recommend focusing on jobs that definitely offer direct customer experience. And then, of course, in our world of technology, experience with email and virtual collaboration.
That's great. And then what kind of education or training do you think that someone should be looking at down the road if this is the kind of work that they want to go into?
Certainly. From a college degrees perspective, I do recommend the business administration degree. And specifically because that gives you that general business practice and strategy experience, but it also allows you to concentrate in specific areas such as organizational management or even project management or finance, that you get into that niche that you're interested in. However, I've also seen people be very successful with a variety of degrees. In fact, my 2 supervisors have different unique degrees. One of them has a degree in classical jazz, and the other one has a degree in psychology. But they're successful in this role because they have those qualities that I look for, again, agility, collaboration, and empathy, as well as many years of experience within the relocation industry.
That's great. Anything else you would want to share with students?
Just that I'm excited for the opportunity to expose what we call a hidden industry of relocation. And I encourage folks to dive a little bit deeper when they're looking at roles to see if there are opportunities in this space. Again, it's ever changing, and it is keeps it very interesting.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna.